Do I look drunk? I'm not in love. I'm in Italy. There's no one that hits better than an ex. And I don't mean physically. I smoked a cigarette today. That was fun. I smoked actually 4 because there's 2 things that don't count in Italy: carbs and cigarettes. This episode is not usable. It's because I don't remember a word I've said. Happy Sunday and welcome back to the Scaries podcast. I'm your host, Matty Rossi, and we are here in Sardinia, Italy, in a hot tub, topless, with an incredible view. We thought, why not do an episode? Because I've been overserved on a boat all day, and I might be funny. My parents tell me they like me better when I'm drunk, so might you all. It's about 95 degrees here in Sardinia. It's about 104 degrees in this hot tub, but we're gonna make it work. So today we are gonna raw dog the episode. In Italian, si chiama il cane crudo. That means raw dog. So facciamo un cane crudo. And for those of you that are new here, si parlo italiano. I speak Italian. Non è troppo buona. Non parlo molto italiano, ma parlo abbastanza per fare un podcast. E la mia birra sta qua. Chin chin. Okay. You guys can't see it, but I have an audience here. It is my family. They're going to watch me as I sit in the hot tub with a beer and read some of the most incriminating things that have ever been read on camera. But luckily, half of them are Italian, and they don't know what I'm saying. And who knows, maybe we'll throw in a few as guests. So, as you know, if you're new here, this is the podcast all about hearing out your Sunday scary stories and doing our best to help you through them. Some episodes are more helpful than others. I will warn you that this episode's going to be one of the less helpful episodes, but I have been overserved, like I said before. It might just be funny enough to help you laugh through. So, with that, we will jump right into it. Before we do that, I do want to remind everyone of the ground rules. The first being, what are the ground rules? Aaron, what are the ground rules again? All submissions are anonymous and are to stay anonymous. This is an inclusive space. We listen and we do not judge, and I am not a licensed therapist or medical expert. All of my advice is for entertainment or educational purposes only. Especially today. Maybe not educational purposes today. But, alright, I gotta scroll through. I got some good submissions this week. Most of them are hidden amongst my thirst traps that I have taken here in Italy because there's something about the Mediterranean sun and my skin that just work together very well. So I took advantage of it. Alright, what day is today? Oh, it's Sunday. Okay. The first one we have here is, I got locked out of my hotel room in nothing but tighty whities. I mean, it could have been worse. You could have been naked. Can we get the bubbles going again? Do you know how to turn it? Oh, I can do it? Oh, it's on my... All right. Ooh, il soft tub. Okay, so you got locked out of your bathroom, or you got locked out of your hotel room in tighty whities. That is totally fine. That's actually... I've done this on purpose sometimes, because there is nothing sexier than a meet cute that has started from you being locked out of your hotel room. As long as it's not like a Motel 8. I personally don't wear tighty whities, which I know you guys are going to get off to this, figuring out what kind of underwear I wear. I'm not picky. I'm more of like an athletic fit type guy. I like a Nike spandex. I like a Tommy John, but only because they send me underwear a lot. But, you know, it's not like I don't post myself on the internet all the time in underwear, like what's a hotel hallway. But anyways, I think that there are worse things. You could have been naked. I'd say, I don't know if this is a guy or a girl. I imagine it's a girl or a guy, because girls don't wear tighty whities. Just full send it. Take off your underwear now. See what happens. Or open up Grindr. I'm sure you will find a place to stay. All right. The next one, getting cold feet on my upcoming marriage. He asked to give up school and work. All right, have you tried entering a hot tub? Because my feet have never been cold in a hot tub. All right. He asks you to give up school and work. Okay, this is textbook narcissism. He wants you to not escape him because he knows that with school and work, you have the ability to, if you outgrow him, escape him. So, continue to have your own path. I mean, have you seen White Lotus episode or season 1, where the girl, she like marries rich, but she's a writer and she starts to give up her career, and he wants her to give up her career, and then Connie Britton warns her, being like, don't give up your career because like that's the only leverage you have as a powerful woman. Do that. You have to continue to build yourself up should you have to go your own way. This is a control mechanism. You're marrying a narcissist. But if he's hot and he has money, then do it for the short term and don't sign a prenup. Depressed because my abs don't look like yours. Yeah, my abs don't look like mine either. I paint them on, and it's called top-down lighting. My car was stolen last night from my parking garage. I feel like, how do you get your car stolen nowadays? I can't even get into my own car without the alarm going off. How are you getting your car stolen? The amount of times where my like battery and my key has died, and then I'm like using the manual way to get into my car, and that shit has set everything off, and then now everyone's coming up to me, police and bystanders are like, is that your car? Are you breaking into it? No, I'm trying to get into my own car here. How are you getting your car stolen? Are you like leaving your keys on the hood or on the tire? Come on. I'm scared I'll never marry and have a family of my own. Yeah, like honestly, at this point, I don't want that. Ever heard of a chosen family? You're allowed to pick who you have a family with, and it doesn't have to be involving marriage. You can just do whatever you want. It can be friends. At this point, I don't want families. Everyone in my family, or not my family, but every family I've ever seen that has married and has like greater extended in-laws, they hate it. Have you ever had to build an in-law suite in your house just because your in-laws, which you hate, have to come and stay with you? Like, no, don't. It's like there's a bright side to everything. I met up with my ex for his birthday and ended up hooking up after surprising him with a present and cake. What did you think was going to happen? You showed up to your ex's house with a cake and a gift, and you thought you weren't going to hook up? Like, don't act like this is a scary. This is exactly what you wanted to happen, which is fine. I've been there. Let's all admit it. We all love our exes. There's no one that hits better than an ex. And I don't mean physically. I just mean emotionally and mentally. But if you are close enough terms with your ex to get him or her a gift and then also a cake, like, yeah, you might as well give him the real deal. You're begging for it. Okay, I want to tell a little story. I don't know what the story is yet, but we're here in Sardinia. We're in Italy. If you've never heard of Sardinia, it's like an island off of Italy. It's like Nantucket, but like way bigger, and not everyone here absolutely sucks. So, we're on a boat. We're actually on 2 boats. We split up. And we're driving through the Mediterranean. We're visiting beaches. We're jumping off into the water. We're smoking cigarettes. We're drinking beers. And I don't actually know where the story is going at all, but I just want to tell you what I did today. It was that, and during it, I had this like awakening. And it was like, you know what? I should text him. I didn't. However, for a second, I had what felt like an awakening. And what I wanted to tell you all is that you shouldn't just text them when the vibes are high and you're feeling good and the alcohol's flowing and everything feels right and you're like, I feel it in my soul to text this person. Don't text them. You know why? You're drunk. I've never talked about this before on this podcast, and I said I wouldn't to this person when we broke up. But if there's one thing about me, I'm going to do what I want. So let's talk about it. So I was seeing someone for the latter part of the last, I don't know what month it is, but 4 months, April, May, June, 3 months. And I had talked about this before in a few episodes ago, where I said I wasn't looking for a relationship. I didn't want a relationship, and those are when the relationships come. I fear I got in a relationship. It wasn't a full relationship. It was like enough of something that we both kept asking each other what it was, I was very clear that I'm moving and I'm in this new place. Not Italy. I'm not in love. I'm in Italy. But I went to Hawaii. And as you detectives could decipher, I did not go alone to Hawaii. And I had an incredible time. It was a lot of fun with this person. But unfortunately, and I'll be the first to say it, I fucked it up. And I didn't fuck it up because there was something to fuck up. I mean, there was something to fuck up, but I wanted to fuck it up in a way. And I've talked about this in the past, about self-sabotage, where, like, I knew my intuition was telling me that this wasn't what I wanted. And I knew, honestly, with my head that this wasn't wanted. But in the moment, it felt so right. And with the person, it felt so right. And I kept leaning into what felt like right in the short term. And unfortunately, I knew in the long term this was going to lead to more pain. Albeit a trip to Hawaii is a trip to Hawaii. And it was fun. But that recently came to an end. And it came to an ugly end because of some of my actions. And I'll admit that. And we don't have to go into detail with that, but it involves crew back bar in Nantucket. So with that, if you know who you are, you know who you are. But I was coming to Italy with kind of a tough, I hope this is waterproof, with like a tough situation. But I think sometimes when you're in a relationship and you know that it's not right for you, even though it feels good, one of the nicest things that you can do is end it and let this person hate you, because this person fucking hates me, and he should. And yeah, it's a he. And it sucks, because when you hurt someone, you make them think that everything that you said to them was a lie, which isn't true, and that everything that I said was the truth. But at the same time, two things can be true, in that I could be feeling strongly for someone, but at the same time be in a new stage of life where I need to be on my own and be in a hot tub in Italy, and I fear I picked myself over that. So, I don't remember what the submission was, but that sent me on the ramp down there. And like I said, sometimes the nicest thing you can do for someone is let them hate you. Let's do an Italian lesson, because we're in Italy, and a lot of you don't know that I can speak Italian. So, let me give you a backstory if you've never heard it. My mom was born in Italy. My dad was born here, but like in the womb, like when my grandparents moved to Italy. So I am 100% Italian. Actually, according to 23andMe, I am 96.4% with like 6% Iberian Peninsula, which is just the greater area. Long story short, I'm Italian. My mom has 6 siblings, half of which live here in Italy still. My mom is on the younger half that moved to the United States. So we are here for my aunt's 70th birthday. It's a big reunion. We have all my cousins. There's like 20 of us staying in a villa. And coincidentally, I have like a wedding in a few days in France. So I'll be flying there after this. But we are currently here in Sardinia at a beautiful villa. Compliments to the chef. Like actually, like we learned how to make pasta. But the answer to your questions is sì, parlo italiano perché ho imparato italiano a scuola. And what that means is I speak Italian because I learned it in school. I do not know Italian from my family. I always knew it like from an understanding capacity, but I couldn't speak it because my grandparents died before I was born. So, Ben, do you want to join me?
No, I'm not getting in a fucking hot tub, right? It's 100 degrees.
Yeah. You could join. You could say something funny on the microphone. Ben is our resident white boy. Come on this side. You got to come in the frame. Let me introduce you to one of the Americans here. Questo e Ben.
Ciao. Ciao, bueno.
Yeah, bueno.
Ciao, is that...
So Ben was also on the boat with us. He was overserved as well.
Yep. It tends to happen, you can either choose seasickness or alcohol sickness.
And if you're gonna do it, you better do it to yourself.
Yeah, I rather choose alcohol sickness.
Yeah. He also does a mean karaoke.
Yep.
To what are the kids listening to nowadays?
Baby Keem, Family Ties. It's what we go with. That's the number one karaoke song. In
Give us a sample. Hit it.
No, it's too early.
I don't get tired.
That would be Kevin Gates. That would be Kevin Gates. I don't get tired. I could definitely do that, but we're usually a sundown karaoke family, and I literally can't believe you're sitting in a hot tub. The guy's sitting in a hot tub. It's 97 degrees out. He's got sunglasses on. There's no sun, and he's just bubbling away.
And this is what I do for you guys. The hot tub's 104 degrees.
This is effort.
It's 104 degrees out, 104 in the hot tub, 94 degrees out. It's actually miserable, is how I would place the word, but I'm in a hot tub for you guys because of this view, So tonight we're getting ready for a dinner. We've had many dinners. I've actually only eaten pasta for the past 7 days. I've never been more ready to leave a country in my life. But I'm like, the pasta's so good. It just doesn't hit the 7th time in a row. I went to yoga and a guy farted next to me. Guess he's an influencer. Claims it wasn't him. I feel like this one's targeted against me. Fuck you. I didn't do that. I talked about this. I cleared the air on this, and literally, not metaphorically. I zoomed into your picture. I wasn't in your class. You weren't in my class. This is a lie. I poop before I go to yoga because I don't want gas, because I'm a respectful yogi. Should I get into a lavender marriage? My friend asked me this weekend. Your friend wants a best friend and probably needs some more friends. So if you're already at the point where you're aware of a lavender marriage, don't get into one. Lavender marriage means you're gay and you want to get in a marriage that does a cover-up, which is fine. But if you're deeply religious or hate yourself, and then you get into a marriage with a woman to cover up, and sometimes the woman's also gay, but a lot of times they just have no friends, and they just want a gay bestie. And you know what? They bring you to Thanksgiving, and everyone talks about how she's married to a gay guy. So just do you. I mean this in a nice way. No point in getting in a lavender marriage. It's expensive. Rings are expensive. Use that money for a trip to Mykonos. Meet a man. Do whatever you need. And don't get into a lavender marriage. Get into a real marriage. It's legal nowadays. This one's a submission. It says, so we have a special guest, Enza, my cousin. What's your favorite thing about Matt? I swear that's a real submission.
Wait, let me see it.
No, that was it.
Okay, what's my favorite thing about Matt?
Yeah.
His intelligence. There's only 2 of us in the family that can actually have a real conversation.
What
Sorry.
else?
Okay.
Only one?
No, that's my favorite. You didn't ask me for many favorites. Okay.
Top 4 favorite things about me.
Okay. Sweet. Very kind. Always up for doing something fun. Loves to travel. In our family, the most... I know, and then I answered, and then he wanted...
I asked for more.
Growth mindset oriented, which is nice. The most adventurous, definitely athletic. We get to do all the fun things together, ski, bike, run, hike, boat, backflips. Great godfather, great cousin, great presence at the holidays. There's a lot of things that I love about you, Matt.
Thank you. You forgot funny.
Oh, you're so funny. Oh, yeah, actually, you are really funny. I forgot about that one. Well, it's not... yes, he's very funny. Very quick-witted.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. You have nice boobs. I know they're not real, but they're great.
Okay, I have to come on.
They're great. They're great. They are chef's kiss.
You need to give me a different thing.
No, I love them. I mean, not in a weird way, but just compliments to the chef. So let's do some questions about marriage. Do you guys mind? All right, I have some experts in marriage and breaking marriages up, or not breaking them up, but not being in them anymore. So,
Having failed ones, you mean?
yeah, failed marriages. So this one's a good one. Oh, I think I already read that. Okay, you ready? This is a good one. Ben, you want to come?
Well, I got to hear it first.
No, you got to come in. I got to get your reaction. My married coworker is obsessed with me. I'm afraid if I do something about it, I'll get fired or the husband will off me.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. You will. You'll get fired, and he'll probably kill you. So,
Stay away.
yeah, but you could. I mean, these people live in a fantasy camp where they watch TV, and they think they're gonna just like run away, marry this guy that they work with. You work there.
It's a fantasy.
Yeah, I mean, come on. You work there. Unless you want to get a new job, you're going to get fired. Everybody's going to talk about you. They're going to call you a whore in the office.
I have a totally different answer.
It's a man.
Oh,
I have a totally different answer. Sneak into a closet, fuck around and find out. I mean, why not? Sneak into a closet. No, but seriously, sneak into a closet, have a good time, try to stay under the radar, be smart. Most likely they're in a shitty marriage and they're not happy, so like they're trying to get out anyway or they wouldn't be doing it.
It seems like this man is already in the closet because it's a guy who's obsessed with a coworker who is married to a woman. So
Oh, so
it seems like they're spending a lot of time in the closet already. So that's good advice.
See, there you go.
It's a man or a woman.
It's man.
We try to answer
to everybody.
like yeah,
General
with
public
total,
fun.
but sometimes.
I'm a targeted audience.
You're too literal.
What's your hair length? I don't know. Should we get my mom over here? My mom's a hairdresser. Actually, both of our moms are hairdressers. So
I'd say you're about 2.5 inches.
2.5.
Your hair.
My hair, just to clarify. I swear it's much bigger.
I mean, when I last saw it, it was about 2.5 inches too. So let's be real.
That was many years ago.
2.5, 3.
So our moms are hairdressers together. They've opened a salon together, 30 years ago?
Yeah, like 40 plus.
40 plus years ago. So our moms are sisters. In Italian, you say parrucchiere.
Yeah, parrucchiere.
Hairdressers. And so would you say 2.5 on the top? And my hair has never looked better. My hair was made for the Italian sun and coast, and I can't tell you what the cut is right now because I haven't washed it in 4 days. It has gone from the beach to the wind to the salt to the just free air, and this is genetically what my hair was supposed to be in this environment. So
yeah, I would agree. It's 2.5 uncut at the top, and then an inch at the bottom cut.
We're talking about my hair still.
Matt doesn't want to live a little in this conversation.
I am cut, but with that's my haircut. Went out with my crush, the chemistry. Yeah, that one's a good one. Went out with my crush, the chemistry ain't there, and he was a bad kisser.
Ooh, that's a tough one. That's actually a really good one and a tough one because you have this you put these people on a pedestal and then you're like, oh my God, I'm so in love, I'm obsessed, and then you kiss them and they have bad breath or bad kissers or small penises and there's no chemistry. That's the absolute worst.
I think I've said this before, a crush is a lack of information, so you're just getting the information. I think I have good taste. My crush, I know my crush is a good kisser. I know my crush is well endowed. I know all of those things because they wouldn't be my crush if they weren't. However, if it's for you, what?
How much money does this guy make?
Oh yeah, how much money does this guy make? Yeah, if he makes enough money, it doesn't matter. This dude could have 2 teeth, terrible kiss, or balding. If he can buy you a villa in Sardinia, we make it work.
I am going to agree to disagree on that one. There is no amount of money in the world that would make me want to be with someone that I couldn't be with. That wasn't, no, not for me. Love can't be bought, sorry.
Coming from experience. Fair enough. Private jets don't hit the same when you're not into the person. Okay, I want to talk about something that happened recently because someone submitted my aunt got her bag stolen from someone in Rome, and that was my little cousin Stella, because that was actually my mom got her bag stolen in Rome. So if you're going to Rome, if you're going to Italy, this is a warning. Do not put your phone in Louis Vuitton wallet and $1,000 of cash in a purse and then hang it on the back of your seat and then dangle it for someone to come and take, because turns out it will get stolen. That being said, if it does happen, make sure you know what your iCloud password is, because my mom also did not remember that and is now totally bricked out of all her accounts. That being said, the sound "attenzione pickpocket" that went viral on TikTok, that has been stuck in my head for the past week alongside Gypsy by, who sings that? The Fleetwood Mac. Gypsy. That's been stuck in my head. But yeah, the pickpockets are bad. That's really the whole story. I'm getting a little tired of swimming, so we're just gonna... It lights up. Can you turn it on? Back to my relationship that wasn't. And I'm gonna put my feet up, and please don't make it weird. But, yes, I was in a relationship. I was not actually in a relationship. And I'm not sad about it. I'm a little sad about it. Okay, so yeah, no, I was sad about it, and I thought I was sad about it, but turns out I just needed to book a trip to Italy, and it cured it all. But I will tell you, the movie Call Me By Your Name made it seem like it was a lot easier to fall in gay love in Italy in the summertime, because here I am in a fucking flamingo swan float in a hot tub with my family, with not a single Elio in sight. Or Archie, I'd take him, even though... Or Army? I've made this mistake on the podcast before. I'd let him eat me. But anyways, I gotta watch that movie again, because... it'd be like that, okay. I'm like looking to see if I have any jokes saved. Oh yeah, this one says, AI's gonna replace me. I'd like to see AI post as many thirst traps as I do. That was good. Oh yeah, this one says, these are all TikTok ideas that never happened. This one says, POV, you're breaking up with me, but my Aperol Spritz is coming.
What did it say?
It says, you're breaking up with me, but my Aperol Spritz is coming. It's on its way. That was another joke. This one says, Italians are like camels. They can survive off of one sip of water. The Greeks invented sex. Actually, the Romans did. The Romans did it first.
No, then Italians did it with women.
No, Romans did it first. Yeah, and then the Romans invented gay sex, and then the Greeks did it with women. And that's why I am Roman. The Roman baths. I mean, if you were going to war, what would you do? Get drunk, eat, and fight? Or fuck? All right, we're going back to... I don't have any more submissions. I mean, I do, but I can't find them on my phone. Do I look drunk?
Yeah. I'm gonna blur your feet. I'm gonna have like a big like censored thing right there.
I'm like, do I look drunk right now? I'm scalding. I've actually never been hotter. What other stories could I tell? I smoked a cigarette today. That was fun. I smoked actually 4. I've never felt more alive, because there's 2 things that don't count in Italy: carbs and cigarettes.
Carbs I can understand. Cigarettes are disgusting.
They go the same. They burn off each other. The more cigarettes you smoke, the more carbs you burn. The more carbs you eat, the more cigarettes you burn. I finished a book the other day. That was pretty cool. It was called Don't Believe Everything You Think. And it was basically just like gaslight yourself all the time. Like, you can't have negative thoughts if you don't think them, which is like, they were real for that. And it was like, you've actually never done anything wrong in your life. You just think you did. And for that reason, you should stop thinking you did. And I was like, yeah, you know what? This is fucking true. This is a passage, ready? It said, learning to overcome our thinking may be simple, but it's not always easy. Becoming aware of emotional states and letting go of our painful thinking patterns without fighting them will take practice. And the quote is from Fyodor Dostoevsky. And it says, I swear to you that to think too much is a disease, a real, actual disease. And that was just chapter 7. I swear I read the whole thing, but that's just the picture I took aesthetically to put in a photo dump. It wasn't even actually the most meaningful. Oh yeah, if you guys are just tuning in and saw that TikTok that I posted about how someone should have to sign an NDA before they do 75 Hard, Ben, who you saw previously today, was the original joke teller of that on December 24th. 2024, and I took that a few days later and I used it because I was like, let's see how it does. And one of my top performing videos of all times, 4.5 million views on TikTok and another 2 point something on Instagram. So Ben, not just a grown-up frat boy, but actually pretty clever. I feel like we're almost at the end of this because I don't know what else to say. I have a lot of submissions about hating your job. My best advice would be quit it and go to Italy. They don't work here, so la dolce far niente. If you're in a relationship, break up. If you're wanting to travel, do it. If you have no money, take out a loan. And that's my best advice for this week. So with that, no scary of the week because I literally don't remember any of them. And if you enjoyed this episode, send it to a friend. This isn't even going to be usable. This episode is not usable. But, well, just because... No, it's because I don't remember a word I've said. But if you enjoyed it, send it to a friend. Follow us at The Scaries Pod. Follow myself at The Maddie Rossi. And go make some more scaries. I'm going to go have 6 rounds of pasta.